Hello, friends. Welcome to Take Two Tuesday. How is everybody doing out there today? I see we've got some of you on YouTube and a couple people. I see Jeffrey's over there on Facebook. Now, if you were on Facebook last week, I want to apologize. I don't know what happened. Right during the middle of our presentation, Facebook just decided it wasn't going to work anymore. So it just shut down on its own. I didn't do anything. And I really didn't know that it wasn't working until like halfway through our presentation, and well, surprise. Looks like YouTube's good today. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Let's see who is over there. Welcome. Alfie is here. Gloria, Diana. I saw, who do we have in Hawaii? Ivy, right? Welcome, everyone. Anita, Shelby. I see some different names. Janet, welcome to all of you. I hope that all of you are having a wonderful Tuesday. Things are going great in Southern California here. We're keeping cool. I know in some of the parts of the country it's getting a little toasty, but here it's nice and cool. We have a great day. This is kind of like a super fold-it day today. We're going to crank through some fold-its. I have like 4 different fold-its that we're going to review. Before we get too far in, and again, my name is Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life in Southern California. My wife Stephanie and I, we own the Stamps of Life. We sell dies and clear stamps and all kinds of accessories for card making. So what we do here on Take Two Tuesday is we go back in the past and we look at some items from the Stamps of Life. So this is like our second look at them. And we review them. We'll look at some card samples. I'll do a couple little die cutting demos and show you some ideas from our website, some from our design team, how you can use them. Now, the point of this is that a lot of you have these dies already, and we want you to use them. And we always talk about mixing the old with the new. So think of ways you could do that. Something, if you have one of these die sets that we show you, one of these fold-its that we shared today, that you break it out and use it and see if you can't use it with something new that has come out from the Stamps of Life, something within the last couple months. So for you long timers, again, you might have these items. This is just a review, a reminder. These dies have been forgotten about. They're way in the back of your cupboard or at the bottom of your drawer, or you've filed them away somehow and they're organized, but you just forgot that you had it. So we're going to do that. And then if you are brand new, or if you're kind of new to the Stamps of Life within the last couple of years, these items might seem very, very new to you and very exciting. So it's kind of fun for everybody, right? So that's the point. We're just trying to have some fun here. You know, with my presentations, I try to do my best, but there always seems to be some kind of technical issues or something goes wrong. Sometimes it is my fault. Some of the time it's out of my control. So I will do the best that I can. So we're going to review all of these fold-it sets from the past. Most of them are about 4 or 5 years old. We'll take a look at those. And then at the end, we will have a little, what we call our good news segment. We will open up our Bibles. We're in Exodus chapter 20, and we're looking at the 10 Commandments. So if you have your Bible, or if you have a Bible app on your phone or iPad, you can even find it on your computer. You can find a Bible. You want to get into Exodus chapter 20. We'll be looking at the second commandment. One quick thing before we go on and think about those commandments, I want you to know that, God has given us these instructions, these commands, but the point is, can we do any of them? No. We're probably guilty of failing on all of them. And that's why Jesus came, to kind of bridge that gap between us and God. So there is a way for us to have a relationship and connection with God, but without Jesus, we wouldn't have that connection. So that's just a brief overview. We'll talk about that. Today, the topic will be the second commandment, which has to do with idols. So we'll kind of talk about what they were dealing with in the past and then what we're dealing with nowadays. All right. So that kind of gives us a rundown. A couple things. We released, the new club set came out on last Saturday. And I know everybody gets busy on the weekends. Sometimes you forget, stuff like that. But I wanted to remind you that the bundle is sold out, but we have several of the items still on the website. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. I know last Thursday on Stephanie's Crafting Corner. Oh, I wanted to pull up so you guys know who I am. Let me see if I can find my little name tag here. We added new items to the website, and they're all available still on the website, just not as a bundle. And let's see, there I am. And one more switch here. Got it. Okay, and the items are there on the website that go with the club set. If you're a club member, you are getting the lavish flowers, stamps and dies if you're in the Die Hard Club. And then if you're a Stamp Club, the Stamp Club shipment was sent out to you on Saturday. They should start arriving soon. So keep an eye out on your mailbox. But last Thursday, Stephanie used this awesome die. It's called the You Are Lovely Rounded Frame. And she made a super nice card with that. That is available on the website. And then this kind of can work with that. And it's also a card base. This is the window. Let me make sure I have the right terminology here before I just start making up names. Where are we? There we go. Stamps of Life website. So if you hit the stampsoflife.com, the main page, this is called the rounded window. Get rid of that rounded window A2 card. So it's just an A2 card base, but it's got that window already set in there for you. So these are on the website. There's a mini dot background. What else? There's the add-on Lavish 2, clear stamps and dies, and lavish phrases. And that has a lot of fun sentiments on it. So I just wanted to remind you, all that was released. It's on the website. The website, from what I understand, is working better when it's busy. So we had to do a lot of updates. So in between the last release and then the first, we did have a lot of problems with the website because they had to get it all up and running, and it was kind of like segments at a time were getting fixed. And I think they did get everything going by the 1st or the 30th, and things went a little better on the website. So that's good. Hopefully you won't have that time where you're stuck and you're not sure if your order is going to get through. So I don't know if any of you had an experience with the website last week, but if you want to comment and let us know how that went, that would be great. Just, we always like to get a little extra information. So as we go on to talk about these folded dies today, we'll also have a little bit of chat, and I have a couple questions for you, and maybe we'll have a contest. So I have to think about this as we're going, because I forgot. I said I was going to do that, and I forgot now. So I've got to come up with something here. Also, so the first release was last Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and then on the Crafting Corner this Thursday, Stephanie will be doing a live release because it's the 6th. So new items for the 7th will come out on the 6th. So we want to make sure that you tune in this Thursday to Stephanie's Crafting Corner. Will be on YouTube, Facebook. You'll have a chance to see some brand new items. Stephanie will demo them. I'm sure she'll have card samples to show with you. So that will be a live release this Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that should be fun. That will be on Stephanie's Crafting Corner this Thursday, the 6th. All right. I think that is it. Let's get started. Our first set, we are going all, if it's summer and hot, you're going to love these things. Our first set is the ice cream truck folded from the Stamps of Life. This came out in, let me find my slide. I think it was 2020. June of 2020, we debuted this one. It's a folded die set. Comes with that nice truck and a little bunch of accessories there that you could also mix and match maybe some other dies that you have with it. Let's check it out on the website. I'll have some questions about ice cream, and our other folded is popsicle, so these kind of go together, all right? So let me find that. Let's see our ice cream truck, and we'll switch over to the website here. Let me do that. Okay, here we go. So over on the website, you just type in ice cream truck. You're gonna get your card samples there. We'll run through those. See if I can bring my own picture up here. Whoop, wrong one. There I am. Okay, there's the dies. How many dies do you get? You get 6 dies in this set. It's going to make an A2 size card. And with these, a variety of different ways you can use them. I'm going to show you how we can use each of the fold-its today as maybe for a regular fold-it card, a card front, or as a box card, or maybe just on like a page that you're decorating, a layout, maybe a scrapbook page, something like that. So we'll look at all those things. But anyhow, makes an A2 card. Let's check out a few samples here. I might have, oh, there was a little Cookie in there. We miss Cookie. She made it into that card. And some fun ones from our design team. Oh, I think I have that card sample. I used to work there. And back around. Let's see what we have here in person. And what was my question? I did have my question. Where did it go? Let's see. So ice cream trucks. Whoops, you don't want to see this page. Sorry. That's my notes. This page is fun. Do any of these ice creams bring back memories when you were a kid? Are there any of these ice creams that you recall when you were a kid? I had a, so if you see one that was your favorite, so that would be my question. Do you see an ice cream here anywhere on this page that kind of brings up a childhood memory, or were one of these your favorite when the ice cream man would come around? That was my next question. Did the ice cream man ever come around in your neighborhood? I do remember the ice cream man coming around to our part of town quite often. And on those hot days, for me, again, my question for you is, did you have a favorite ice cream you like to get from the ice cream man? You can answer any of these questions. Did the ice cream truck come to your neighborhood, and do you have any memories of ice cream truck? For some reason, I feel like, I can't picture exactly, but I feel like I remember kids dropping their ice cream and it just going splat on the floor. I'm sure it happened to me sometime, and like how disappointing it is when you're eating your ice cream or your popsicle and then it's just gone. So for some reason that's popping in my mind. It must have happened to me. How about you guys? Did you have any memories of ice cream? A couple of the ice creams that I liked was that one popsicle that we saw there, that, where is it? No. This one right here. I looked for notes on it. I don't remember being called it, but one place, this red, white, and blue one for the popsicle, it was called the Rocket or something like that, or the Bomb. And so I did like that one. And then I also remember I liked ice cream sandwiches. And when they just start to melt a little bit, the crust, the cookie part, we get a little bit doughy, and the ice cream is kind of turned soft serve. Those were my favorites. So what was your favorite ice cream? Did the ice cream truck come to your neighborhood? Do you have any ice cream memories kind of revolving around the ice cream truck? So that is my questions for you for this segment. And let's see. All right, I'm going to show you the samples that I have. Let's switch back over. Here I am. And we have a few samples to check out. These might be the ones from that we just saw on the website, but they're fun still to see them again. I couldn't find a lot of samples for these ones that we have today, so that's why we have so many. It's like a super fold-it day, all right? So let's check these out. Here we go. There's some like pink, lots of pink pastel colors with that one. And here's some penguins keeping cool, just chilling, it says. Let's see, those guys are a little bit crooked. That's good, we straightened them out a little bit. So those are some cute guys. All as a fold, stay cool and waddle your own way. What did this one say inside? Did it have any sayings on there? That was just a little happy birthday. And remember, you can get your personalized card, your personalized stamp from the Stamps Alive. Add that to the back. That gives a nice touch so everybody remembers you made it especially for them. You get a little credit. Here's another happy birthday. There's some glitter on those cupcakes, which adds a little excitement. There's Cookie there. And wishing you a seriously super duper birthday. And here's that one where they took that ice cream truck and kind of made it a UPS truck. When I was a UPS truck, mine never looked that fancy, but it's still a cute card, right? It was all brown. That part was all brown. No cute stuff at UPS, all work. So that is our, let's check it out on the I'll move over and I'll die cut this one real quick. And let's get our die out here. We'll just take out this main piece right here. And I'm going to show you how, if we just wanted to make this to be, see if this will fit on here. I think it will. If we just wanted this to be a card front, okay? So I'm going to cut this one as just a card front, so I don't have to worry about the fold or any of that. This is just going to be a card front. I need one cut to put on the front of my card. Let's see if we got any good comments there on our, let's see. Yep. Bonnie liked the chocolate with crumb bits. Maybe Claire. Sherry says she never bought from the ice cream truck, but she loved ice cream cones. Yeah, I remember kids running up and push pop orange for Anita. Ice cream sandwich, Gloria. Yep, I like that. Chocolate and vanilla swirls. Yeah, ice cream man was always cool. I thought it was always fun when the ice cream man came rolled in town. Vera says her ice cream truck was called Mr. Freeze. Cool. I always love the music. They can have there's one that comes to the church that we go to. There's one that there's a neighborhood kind of close to our church, and every once in a while I hear the ice cream man rolling around in there. He's got the music all going to get the kids running out to the car, so that's kind of fun. All right, let's switch over to camera 3, and let's run this one through real quick. Where is my camera 3? That's good. Switch over there. Okay, I think you can hear me. Yep, great. So we are just going to run this through on a regular piece of, again, we're not worrying about the fold on this one. We're just trying to make a card front. This is one of the options that you can have with a fold it. You just want a single card front. You're just going to run it there, and we're going to set it at just a slight angle in hopes of avoiding speed bumps. Let me check I think I can get a little more light here and brighten this up. It's looking a little dark. Let me do that. And come on now, let's see. That's better. All right, that looks better. All right, I have my die there. I'm all the way on my platform. I don't know if you saw one of Stephanie's videos. I think it was last week. Her die got a little bit off the edge. It didn't quite cut all the way. You know that happens to me often, so we want to watch for that. Is it the end of the world? No. If it doesn't cut just right, if we miss an edge and the die doesn't cut completely through, we just try it again, right? It's no big deal. These things happen. Let's see how my cut came out. You hear how quiet my machine is? Now remember, what did I do? I just added a lot of WD-40. And it was squeaking like crazy before. Turn my mic down there a little bit. It was squeaking like crazy before, and now it's nice and quiet. So if you have a squeaky machine, right here where the handle is, I just kept squirting a whole bunch of WD-40 right in there. I took it outside, let it tilt at an angle so the oily stuff would kind of run out into a cardboard box. And I've got a quiet machine right now, so I'm happy about that. So there it would be my card front. And say I had an A2 card like that. All I got to do is just layer that right on front, right on top. Go this way. So a couple different options there that you can decorate the card there. That's a simple way to use one of these folders, all right, as a card front. All right, that's option number 1. Let's head back over here and see what else we got. I'm going to switch mics and cameras and get ready for our next one. All right. Back there, and let me switch me over. There we are. All right, that was the ice cream truck. Next up, popsicles. Popsicle fold it die set. Got a few samples. I'll get those ready here. And I think we have some fun facts for popsicles. Here's the popsicle fold it, available on the Stamps of Life. This one is also from June of 2020. And we'll go look that up here over on our website. Oh, I do have some fun facts for popsicles first. Let's see. Let's see if I can read this. The popsicle, so this is going back in time, was invented by an 11-year-old boy named Frank Epperson in 1905. So we're going back over 100 years. It says that Epperson was mixing powdered soda pop and water on his porch, and he accidentally left the mixture on the porch overnight. The next morning, he discovered the mixture was frozen around its stirring stick. He pulled out the frozen mass and quickly discovered that he had created a new kind of treat. It was called the Epperson icicle. So this is just when he's a kid, he's 11. Well, the summer following his discovery, it says Epperson made his frozen treats and sold them around the neighborhood. And then, so a big gap goes by, not until 1924. It says when he was 30 years old, Epperson renamed his discovery to be called a popsicle. And to show that they were made from soda pop, he then got his treats patented. And popsicle ice pops were originally marketed as a frozen drink on a stick. Huh. Today, the most popular flavor is cherry. And the first ice cream truck driver was a man in Nebraska who went around selling the popsicles, ice pops, to children in a horse-drawn cart. So it wasn't even an ice cream truck then. He was just driving around with a wagon. Wow. And popsicle sticks are made out of birch wood. I didn't know that, or I didn't know that was important, but that's what they told us. And then get this, popsicles. So this is going way back in time again. Remember, twin ice pops, you know, when they have the popsicle and it has the two sticks like that. It says they were invented during the Great Depression so that two children could share an ice pop for only a nickel. I don't think the popsicles go for a nickel anymore, right? They're probably a little more expensive than that. But so they added two sticks to split them up and I guess make them cheaper. But to feed two kids a popsicle for a nickel sounds like a pretty good deal for me. It says there are more than 2 billion popsicle ice pops sold every year. 2 billion. That's a lot of popsicles. I haven't had a popsicle for a long time. And then branching out from its humble roots, there are more than 25 variations of popsicle today. And it says, what is your favorite ice pop flavor? Do you have a favorite popsicle flavor? And let me switch back over there. So a little interesting information about popsicles. Let's see, I will find it on our website and we'll check it out. So popsicles on a hot day, nice and cool. I know there's cherry and grape. You can get variety packs and all that kind of stuff. So kind of cool stuff about popsicles. Let me close a couple things here and switch over to our cameras so I can show you the popsicle on our website. There it is. All right. So there you have, just like it looks like on our package. And we do have a couple samples to look at. It will come with that. How many dies? 4 dies total. This makes an A2 size card too. Easy to mail. And let's see. So short on samples. There's not much there. That sweet is from our sweet statement. It's a nice large word. It has the word die and the shadow. And I think it has a bunch of little phrases, clear stamps that go with that. So that's called the sweet statement clear stamps and dies set if you're interested in that one. You might have this one already, and with summer coming up, between the ice cream truck and the popsicles, you could have some fun time making some cute cards, maybe for birthdays or parties or celebrations, graduation. Anytime you could use these. Let me show you the card samples that I have. I think I do have a few more than we saw here on the website. What were your guys' favorite? Vanilla dipped. Oh, I never heard of vanilla dipped in chocolate popsicles, Amanda. I never heard of that one. Cherry grape. Bonnie's not a fan of popsicles. Yeah, I know. They're kind of messy and a little bit weird, but I still like them. Orange, grape, lime. Yep. I did like Jane. I did like the bomb pop, though, whatever they call it, firecracker, or because I just like the different colors. So I remember getting that one when I was a kid. All right, let's check out our samples. Hopefully, see how we're doing over here on Facebook. Are we still alive? Yeah, it seems like we're still going here on Facebook. That's good. Last week about this time, they cut you guys off. So I think everything is still working. Is anybody on Facebook right now? I don't have a comment for 7 minutes. So if you are on Facebook, let me know if you're still there. I hope you are. I'm going to check. Give me 1 second here. Here, I'll put a card sample up while I'm yakking. That's the one that we saw on the website. Let me real quick see what's going on at Facebook. Is it still working, or have they? Yeah, it says it's still running. If you're there on Facebook, let me know. Post a comment real quick. It's been 8 minutes, so I'm a little bit worried that you guys are not there, but I hope you are. Oh, there we are. Great. Jacqueline's there, and Beth. Awesome. Thanks, you guys. On my end, everything's working right, but between the internet and all these electronics, cameras, things happen. And there's that fun one. This one's really cute. This orange popsicle glittery one. Look at that one. That's pretty fancy. What does it say on the inside? Chill. Anything's popsicle, it says. Do these have any sentiments on the inside? On that one. Sweet. And we had, I should open that one. Sweet. And then it had treats for you on the inside. And the last one we have is enjoy. Summertime. Perfect, right? It is summertime. Summertime is here. It's going to get hot. Popsicles are great. Okay, let me see. I got to find that die set. And this one, we'll just make a plain old regular fold it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to get the big die, and I'm looking for, I don't know if you guys can see it, right here. We're going to do the fold on the top. So it tells you where to place fold here. You see where it says that? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the place fold here. So with a fold it, when we do this, we have to cut it out once like this with a fold under here, and I'll show you how that works. And then we have to cut it again, just a regular, to cover up, because what happens when we do the fold, we get a straight line across, and that wouldn't look quite right. A straight across the top popsicle. It might work, but we want to make it look a little bit nicer. So let's go and give that a shot. Just going to try to find a different color here than I usually use. Let's switch over to our little work table. And I will move over there, and I will see you at the die cutting machine. All right, I think we're ready. So here is our die set. All we need is this one die is going to do all the work. And now got a lot of scratch paper here, so I need to find some different colors than I've been using. This kind of looks like a raspberry color, so we're going to use this, and we're going to fold it in half. Make sure that should line up right there. Let's see, how do we want to do that? Make sure that we're going to get our full die on there. We want to make sure that lines up right. That should work. Great. Okay, we're going to fold that in half. And I like to score it a little bit. I'm just going to use a block. Maybe you have some type of scoring tool you like to use. And we're just going to run that right through there. So what I need to do is, remember how we're saying it says place fold here. So we want to do that. We want the cardstock to be just a little bit underneath that fold, okay? And that, since I have folded it in half, it's going to make the folded card for us. So that's what we're trying to do. Let's go ahead and run that through. Now, if I want to be super precise, I could use some washi tape, something to hold that down, but this little light over here is kind of on the blink. So if you see a little bit of blinking, that's my kind of secondary backup light there, kind of going off and on its own. It's not your computer, it's my light setup. My main light's working, but I have this extra light that might be coming to an end. I think I actually found it out at the dumpster. Whoops, sorry you guys. I think so. I just ran that through. I got this die. You didn't miss much. I ran this through. When I did that, I had to line that up like that. So I have a little bit of an edge here. I ran that through. It gave me this cut. Sorry about it. I forgot to switch the camera there for a second. But you didn't miss much. I just ran this through. My light was kind of blinking over there. And this was one of those treasures that I found out by the dumpster. It's working kind of right now. but it might die eventually, but oh well, no big deal. So that gives me the base, but you see how we get that straight edge. That's not too great, right? We don't really like that. So we need to cover that up. How are we going to do that? We're just going to run this through again, but this time just regular without folding the cardstock. So let's give that a try. Let me find another piece of that kind of raspberry looking cardstock. Actually, this one will work great. I've got another sheet there. It looks like this one got out in the sun or something. Something happened to this. So it's kind of got some shades on there. Might have been in the sunlight somewhere, but I'm not sure how that happened. But anyhow, we have kind of like a two-tone. We're just going to kind of go right here in the center so it stays nice and one kind of solid color. We'll just turn that at a slight angle. And we'll run that through. And again, we're just making a standard type fold it here. I showed you on the first run with the ice cream truck how we could make it just a card front if we wanted. Let's run that back through. And let's see. There we go. Now I've got my cut with the nice rounded edges. It really does look like a popsicle. So we need to take this and we want to get rid of that line there, that straight line. We're just going to adhere this to the front. So let's get some adhesive. We'll run that on there. And of course you could decorate this, add lots of colors, sentiments, make it look real fun and neat and interesting. But I'm just trying to show you how to get quickly. I think I didn't quite layer that how I wanted it to be. So this is not stuck down too much yet. I can adjust that a little bit. So this is just going to layer right on top. Right there. And we want to get rid of those lines. There we have it. Slightly there. There we go. So that's going to be our fold it. Ready to go. You can add your sentiment. You can add your little sign off on the back. We've gotten rid of the straight line. See, I want to fix that. My line is still coming a little bit showing up. I don't want to see that line. So you can move that around, get rid of that straight line there. You get your nice curves on top. This will all line up really nice. You'll have to adjust it a little bit. I'm not doing too good with this one today. What's going on here? That will work out good. You'll have your popsicle folded. That's the standard way to do a folded. All right. Let's see. What do we have next? Moving along. Again, this is our popsicle folded. From the Stamps of Life from June of 2020. All right, we're moving on. I told you we had a lot to check out today, so let's keep rolling. What time is it? How are we doing on time here? Oh, let's see. Why are you doing that? We're doing good, about 10:30. Awesome. Again, I'm trying to be around an hour, everyone. I know I keep saying that every week, but I consistently end up being about an hour and 15 or so. So I hope I'm not keeping you guys from other more important things, but I think we're still having a good time and fun, right? Okay, let's see. Everything seems to be working. Yep. Okay. This is let me get our next slide up. We have a t-shirt folded from the Stamps of Life. Let me grab that one. Where is t-shirt? There it is. This one's a little bit older, October of 2019. T-shirt folded die. And I do have a bunch of fun card samples with this one. This has always been a popular one. I think we had it in our booth for about a year and it was a big seller. As far as t-shirts, let's see. I do have a couple of facts about t-shirts, some things that are interesting. T-shirt gets its name from, it's kind of in the shape of a T, right? So you've got your main shirt and the two arms. That's why they call it a t-shirt. And they were originally like made for like excuse me, long underwear, like when you would wear the top to the bottom, and well, they just started cutting them in half right at the midsection, and it kind of picked up. And my question for you is, thinking of t-shirts, like I can think of different images on t-shirts. Do you have a favorite t-shirt? One t-shirt that you really enjoy? I wear a lot of In-N-Out t-shirts and Vans t-shirts. Some of our family members work at Vans, so we get some Van clothes. And then Stephanie's mom, she buys just about every year, she buys us boys in the family t-shirts from In-N-Out. And of course, I love to eat there, and the t-shirts are always fun. So do you have a favorite t-shirt that you like to break out and wear? Do you remember any t-shirts from the past that were kind of iconic, that pop out in your mind? There's different ways to make t-shirts. You can do a heat transfer. There's digital printing, screen printing, and airbrushing are all different ways. Here's another 2 billion one. Remember, we just had 2 billion popsicles each year. Over 2 billion t-shirts are sold each year. Some of the popular ones I remember are like a Coca-Cola t-shirt. I think you can still see that one around. I remember, I never had one, but it just pops out to me, the Rolling Stones logo, where it's the big red lips and the tongue. I remember seeing that one around a lot. But t-shirts are popular. Are they my favorite? My In-N-Out and Vans? No, I wear them a lot. But do you have a t-shirt that is kind of popular, or you like what's on it, or maybe it makes you think of something in the past? Maybe it is your favorite. Maybe you break it out and like to wear it, enjoy it. So maybe you have a t-shirt like that. Do you have a personal t-shirt? Yeah, there are some cool ones that have Bible verses on it. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. I saw that comment there by Bonnie. Harry Potter. Yeah, Okie, Rod Stewart. I went to a Rod Stewart concert when I was a kid at the Forum in LA. My dad took me. And my dad took me to some fun concerts when I was a kid, and I do remember seeing Rod Stewart. That was fun. And yeah, sports teams are fun to wear. I've got some Dodgers. I do have some Raider t-shirts. Those might be my favorite now that I think about it. I have a couple Raider sweatshirts and Dodger t-shirt. So yeah, for sports teams, that's fun. Or maybe your college, something like that you went to. So maybe you have a favorite one. Cindy says she has a Rolling Stones t-shirt from a concert in Berlin in the 80s. Way to go. I saw the Rolling Stones when I was a kid. I think I was like 12 or 13 at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. My dad took me. We got to skip school to go see a concert, and it was like there were like 4 or 5 bands playing, 3 bands before them, and it was fun. I really enjoyed that. Good memories. Let's take a look at our sample. Let's check out the t-shirts on our website first before we check out the samples that I have here. All right, there we are. All right, Dream Without Fear. I think I might have that one here. Let's see what else is on the website. It comes with 10 dies. It makes an A2 size card. It does come with that cool little hanger, so you can make one for your favorite sports team just like that. Let's see what else. I think I might have that one here with me. 50 and amazing, it says. Number 1 mom. You can make a t-shirt for your dad. Father's Day is coming up, right? So if you have this one, there are many opportunities to use it. Kind of a summer looking one. And a nice red room for a little boy. That's a cool one. Take it easy. There's more samples on here that I have in person. A fun plaid one. I think I have that one with me. And then back to the beginning. Let's look at the samples I have. Again, you get all these decorative dies, pockets, hangers. You can do quite a bit with this. This is one of those ones where, think about just any of the stamps that we have already and dies. You could cut them out and just add them to the front of your t-shirt. You can decorate your t-shirt so many different ways. Okay, well, let me show you the samples I have. There we go. Here's the All-Star card, and it could be your favorite school or college. Think of the colors of your favorite school team or sports team. Like here's an example of that. It says Dallas on there, and with the stars, I guess it, in a football, I guess it would be a Dallas Cowboy fan, right? They are America's team. Supposedly, they're not my team, but they're America's team. They are popular. So that's fun. One fun way to do it. And don't forget, you can add your sentiments to the back. You can get your handmade by and add that to the back. That's fun. Personalized stamp. Here's that plaid example we had. It's probably Stamps of Life pattern paper. And then they've added some little extras to it to get their buttons and to make the little sleeves. The sleeves come with it, it looks like. I think I see something that looks like it would work for it. No, that's something different. So it looks like those parts might have been added and made themselves. Here's that 50 card with the hanger we saw. That's a real nice one. Amazing, it says. It's got the cool pockets on there. And it says, excuse me, that's you, my friend. It's when it says amazing, and it says, that's you, my friend. Nice card. And our last one, that says All-Star. And on this one, we're going to see how we could make it a, what can we do with this one? We could try to make this die set into a box. So let's see if we can do that, all right? I'll put these samples down here. We'll head on over to our table again. Let me switch that over. Oh, no, we don't want, not that one. Let's see. Why did that not switch? There we go. I've got it. And my mic. I think I switched mics, and looks like everything's going there. I switched the camera this time. Sorry about that. I missed it last time. All right, here we go. We're going to try to make a little box. Here we have where it tells us if we wanted to do a fold, it's written right there, or if we wanted to fold on the side, those options. We're not doing a fold this time. We just need a couple of card fronts to add to our box that we have made last week. I'm just reusing this from last week. Oops, dropped that. Hang on. Let's see. I've got that. Okay, let's go ahead and run this one through. We're going to go through twice. Let's find another color just to make things look a little different. We kind of have this kind of like a bit of a craft type color. It's not quite our ginger snap. Ours is a little bit lighter, I think, but this will work just fine. So we need 2 cuts on this one, 2 different die cuts in order to make our box. And we'll run it through once and then twice and see if we can't. My box might not hold together simply because it does take a little bit of time for the box to really adhere to the t-shirt. So we'll give it a try, but at least I'll give you the concept. But most of the time on the box cards, they do take a little more time, and you might want to use a stronger type of glue, not just the adhesive that I'm using. You'll give it a little more time to set and dry and really hold together, because you really don't want your box card to fall apart. And they will if you don't have a really good adhesive there, just because when you handle the cards, they tend to start to get a little bit flimsy and they can just come into pieces. They start to get bent a little bit on the edges. This is just when they get handled a lot. I think about when we used to use them in the Stamps of Life booth, that would happen a lot. The boxes, not the box part necessarily, but this part would just start to bend in. And so you really want to use a nice cardstock when you do this. The heavier the weight, the better, the thicker. It's going to give a little more strength to it. So of course you could decorate these, make them all look fun, that kind of stuff. What we would do, I did add some adhesive here. I'm going to add some extra, and I'm going to get some scratch paper. so I don't get this adhesive all over my machine or my cutting plates. And I have already put one layer on here, but I would like this to hold together so you can see that it is possible. But again, it's better if you use glue, and if you're patient with it, you set it up so it can really dry and can really adhere. That would be the best option. Here we're kind of trying to speed things up and just give you an idea. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and add that down there at the base. And we're going to fold these up. There. And again, these will not be perfect. I'm not a perfect card maker, and for the sake of time, we're trying to move things on. There's half of my box, right? And this seems to be working a little bit better than last week when I tried to do the box card. I'm going to go ahead and add that to there. I want to really push down and down. Ta-da! There you go. So you've got your t-shirt on both sides, which you could decorate, make fancy, look nice. This seems to be holding really well in here right now. I add a lot of adhesive. And some of that adhesive had been all the way from last week. So I think it's really setting up. And right now it's really holding. Check that out. I'm pretty happy about that. I'll show you over here on camera 2. Whoop. Camera 1, camera 2. There we are. Let me switch. So there you can see that was pretty easy. Uh-oh, my camera number 1 is trying to freeze up. It did that last week, so let's hope that camera number 1 comes back to life. Last week, I did on camera 1, it froze up. Give me 1 second. You're gonna be stuck there with camera 2 for a second. Well, I tried to fix camera 1. Last week it froze up like this as well. And I went ahead and I closed the app, I think, and then it started working again. Let's see if that will fix that problem again. I did. I was thinking ahead this time around. Yeah, this app is kind of taking over my phone. There we go. So on camera 1, this week I turned it off, and I tried to make sure ahead of time that I reset the phone, reset the app, did everything, and it started off really good, but now I see that it has frozen up. So while you're there on camera 2, let me try to reset up camera 1 here, and hopefully that will pop up. And I got nothing. Oh, there we are, maybe. Let's see. Am I back? I can see myself and I'm moving. That's good. So last time when it froze. All right, I think I got it. Okay, so back here over on our table, you see the box. You could add some treats in there, some little decorations, or maybe paper flowers. I don't know, however you want to use it. You could give a little gift in that, but you would have your front and your back, and that would be really awesome. Now let's see what has happened. What's going on here, camera 1? You have decided to turn yourself off now too. Wow. So before I was just frozen, now camera 1 is off. So that is not good. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, I think I see myself. Hopefully I'm going to be here, guys. Hang on. But anyhow, with the box of cards, you can do it. If I could do it that easily, you could, and you can make a bunch of them. Be great for little decorations on a table. Maybe you're having some kind of party, something like that. Let me see. Lots of different ways you can use that. So far we've done a card front. We made a regular fold-it, and then we did this box card. And then next time, the next one we'll just make a front for like maybe a, let's see, maybe what am I thinking? Like a scrapbook page. So. Or, oh, the other thing I was thinking, I won't make one, but you could also use these for banners. That's one more way you could use these fold-its, all right? Okay, our last item is the ladybug fold-it. And you get all these cool dies. I always think of this as the smiling ladybug. We have 2 different ladybugs on the Stamps of Life that are fold-its. One is kind of a top view one. This is the side view one, or kind of, again, it's like a smiling ladybug. We used to have a stamp set that was called Smiling Ladybug. So I always think of that as this, but if you're looking, it just says Ladybug Fold It die set. Let me change our image over here. Hang on. Where is that Ladybug? There we go. From June of 2020. So we had a bunch of these fold-its come out in June of 2020. Fold-its have always been popular. I know we talked about bugs, so we won't do any bug chat this time. I can find it on the website. Ladybugs are fun. I don't know. It seems like everybody likes ladybugs, right? I think they're just like a beetle still, but for some reason they're more fun. Maybe it's the colors, right? And they are always hang around flowers. That's fun, kind of fun too. Let me get over to that, to our website. Nope, not that one. There we go. So the Ladybug Folded, it comes with 6 dies. And the main die on the outside is going to do most of the work. That's going to make your folded, that outside piece. And you can paper piece and get some different colors there. And let's go through our samples. Let's see if I can enlarge these. Nope. I double click them, but they don't always open up. Come on, little ladybug. No. Okay, we'll just scroll through those. So we got a bunch of different nice ones, and I think I have most of these to show you as well. That one's fun. And you could make a box set out of these. You could make a regular card front with these. You have lots of different options. Okay, that's the Ladybug Fold It die set. And let me show you the samples that I have here with me in, we'll call this in studio. Back to me, and then we'll switch over there. There we go. So let's run through these. These ones are really nice. You do have the option of, I think you could do the fold here on top or on the antlers. We'll see as we go through this. You'd have to look on the die itself. Let me switch over to camera 2. We have some real nice ideas. Yeah, it can be on the top. You could do the fold on the top, or here it is on the side. So here's another option. And this has got a little background. So this kind of makes me think it's a folded still, but they added grass and made it kind of how I was thinking, like if you were to add it to a scrapbook page, this would work really nice. This is a pretty pink one with some fun hearts on there. This one have any good sentiments on the inside? It said sending you, this one had sending you a hug ladybug on the inside. So just little cute fun cards. There's a side sample with some of our pretty flowers. I think those are our shabby chic flower dies. Now again, I bet a lot of you have this ladybug, you just forgot you have it. And if you've never seen it on the website, it is available. And here it is on a card front. So a few different samples for you to see. And I'm going to take this large die here and keep on moving. I'm just going to cut it out and show you how, if you wanted to put it on the front of a scrapbook page, of course you would decorate it and add all kinds of extra stuff to make it look really nice and fun and beautiful and give it that special touch that you want it to have. And again, these samples are on the website. Some of the time the samples are just really great. You can copy them exactly as you see them. The samples just might give you an idea, you know, some starting point for you, and you can say, hey, I really like that idea, but I'm going to make it a little bit different and make it unique for me. So you have that option too. All right, let's go over to the die cutting table. Got my sound working, and then let's see. Make sure we switch to that table. It's working great. And let me get a new color here. Since I have so much of this strawberry cranberry red here, and it is kind of ladybug color, we'll use that. If I wanted to, I could make a fold it by just having these lines go a little bit above the fold, but we're just using this as if we were going to put it on a scrapbook page. Say we're decorating some album, or maybe, again, like I was saying, you want to make a banner out of it. You could do that. You just cut a whole bunch of them and you can make a fun banner. Maybe you have a school calendar board to decorate or something. It's springtime. You want to add some ladybugs, different ideas, different ways you can use it. I'm going to turn it just slightly. I don't think it matters that much on this one because there's not really straight lines, but let's run that through there. That should be good. And just to bring it back to me, and then it gets cut twice. I'll roll it back this way. Great. And so simple. There I have my ladybug. So that's looking good. Say I had let's get something that would look good for a ladybug to be on. Now this is not the larger size. I think scrapbook pages are like 11 by 14, right? But here's an 8.5 by 11 sheet. So say there's my little page layout. I could add the ladybug right there. Decoration. Add a little grass there. Simple, simple, simple. Again, maybe you want to cut out 5, 10 of these. You could string them along in a banner, right? You could decorate them, add some eyes to them, big black dot. You don't have to go too crazy, and you could have a nice banner. So a couple of ideas for you with that. All right. So that is a look at our fold-its today. And I'm going to switch back over here, make sure I get this right. Okay, that was our fold-its, 4 different fold-its today. I hope you enjoyed all of that. Let me move this slide out of here. Before we go on to our good news segment, our Bible segment, let me switch over. We have a couple things going on. You can join one of our clubs on the Stamps of Life. If you're not a club member yet, you can join, sign up. The brand new Stamps and Dies for the Lavish Flowers just came out, and you can still get in that club. We have the Fold It Club, which has the food truck, and there's tons of different ways you can use that food truck, and it's very versatile. Just use your imagination. It can be used like a carnival cart, a food cart, a flower cart, tons of different ways you can use that one. So that one's really popular. And then we still have the May card kit, which is kind of the tropical vibes theme. So tropical colors, bright colors, kind of springy colors. And we will have a new card kit that comes out on June 15th. So we're about 10 days away or so from that one. Different clubs. Let's see what else. I think I had another note on here before we move on. Don't forget, well, this will be a super sneak peek this Thursday. Usually we are starting to add sneak peeks, but you'll see tons of new stuff this Thursday on Stephanie's Crafting Corner because we'll be doing that live release, so don't forget about that. And then I think I already mentioned, yeah, remember we have that the lovely rounded die set, all those new items from the first. So I already went through all that. All right, so we are going on to our Bibles today. I am using let me turn that off there. We'll put that little one down there in the bottom. I am using my iPad, or not my iPad. I have a tablet. I wanted to show you real quick. And I see we're still about on that hour and 15 timetable, but we did a lot today, right? We went through 4 different die sets, so we've been pretty busy. I want to see if you guys are still here with me. I haven't had time to check the chat. Oh, Jane, thanks for telling me a good job. I'm trying to do my best. I am feeling more comfortable when I'm in front of the camera and everything. And when all the electronics and everything work out they're supposed to, then it makes it just so much easier. But I have fun. I'm starting to have fun doing this, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. I remember the first few, I was a lot more nervous, right? Because I wasn't used to talking like Stephanie does in front of a camera, but I think I'm getting a little bit better. But it just is fun because I know you guys are all friends, and we're just here to have a good time. And let's see what's happened over. Did we lose Facebook? Is anybody on Facebook? Tell me again. I'm going to check because, yeah, it says it's still running. If you're on Facebook there, let me know. I haven't seen any comments for a while, so hopefully you guys are there. I'm going to refresh that one. But looks like I'm still there. Yeah, I see myself. Still run by, so hopefully you guys are there. Well, I could hear myself, so I am there. I hope you guys are there. On Facebook, let me know if you're still watching. So on this, I want to go back to at the beginning. My Bible app looks like, I'm going to close all these apps. You might have a in-hand Bible, which is great on paper. I really like that because you can mark it up and highlight and things like that. But if you want to have a nice Bible where you can carry it around and have it with you all the time, there is an app. Let's see if it shows up here on mine. Where is it? Well, it's this little icon right down here. You can see that little one. It says, that little brown one right there says Holy Bible on it. But it's called the Bible app. Whoop, I lost it. There it is, right down there at the bottom. So you can get that at the App Store on Google Play, right? Or what do they call it it's the Play Store for the Google Android. And then for iPhone, you just can find that app on the App Store. You just go on there, type in Bible, and look for the Bible app. And that is my favorite. So if you have it, you just click it. And it should pop open. It'll look like that. And it's called YouVersion. That's what you'll see first. Excuse me. And you have a chance to, down here, you can pick which Bible book you want to be in. And so it will list, like I'm looking for Exodus, but there's Genesis, and it has all the names of the books there. You just click on the one you want to go to, and then the chapter that you want to go to. So we want to go to Exodus chapter 20 is where we are. And we are looking at the second commandment. And it says, so last week, remember, it said, you shall have no other gods before me. So that was commandment number 1. And commandment number 2 kind of is similar. It has some connection to 1. So here we go. Verse 4. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is on the earth beneath, or that is in the water or under the earth. You shall not bow down to them nor serve them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands to those who love me and keep my commandments. So here we go. They had come out of, if you go back to verse 2, the Israelites had been slaves in Egypt for 400 years. And Egypt was a land that was filled with idols and idolatry. They would make statues or pictures of just about everything. They can find these in like historical artifacts. They worshiped the sun. They worshiped frogs. They worshiped Pharaoh. They worshiped cows, bugs, gnats. Like when you read about all the judgments when God brought the people out of Egypt, it's like God was kind of pronouncing judgments against the things that they worshiped. Well, here the Israelites came out of this culture that they were a part of for 400 years, and they were used to these little idols, these little trinkets, and they would bow down and worship them. Now, the Israelites knew not to do this. They were to only worship God. So here God gives them this image that they're not to make these type of idols, these little things that would get into their lives and distract them from the true and living God. God wants to have a relationship with them, and he doesn't want anything coming between him and them. And so when we start to think about that, back then they have, now, we kind of think we're modern and we don't make these little idols. We don't have carved things that we bow down and worship. It's like we think we've gone past that. But kind of my question for all of us would be, what can become an idol in our lives? And so there's a lot of things that can start to consume our time or our energy, and they can start to take the place of God. They start to become more important than God. They a priority above God. Let me put that verse up again before we move on. I meant to do that. Hang on. So this was the verse we were looking at from today's passage. But in that we don't have necessarily statues, things like that we would bow down and worship. We think we've kind of moved on in life and like we've advanced. But there are things that can become idols in our life. Some examples that I thought of, things that, if we're not careful, can become more important than God. Let me switch back over. We had the verse there in case you needed to see that. So as we're following God, we have to be careful not to let things like wealth, our money, prosperity, maybe a job, our home, our car, even things like our family or our marriage can potentially become things, or leisure. Think of that. I just got to go out and I'm just going to spend time doing fun things all the time. And that becomes the things we pursue. Maybe it's traveling, or maybe it's our education. There's all these different things that can start to become a priority in our lives. And we have to be really careful about that, right? God says he doesn't want anything to become before him. So it's be wise for us to check and examine our own lives. What do we spend the most time on? What is a priority to us? What do we worry about? What takes up time in our lives? What do we devote a lot of our resources to? Any of these things, like in moderation, they're all good, right? Is it fun to go on a trip? Yes. It's nice to have a car that you can count on that looks pretty and gets you around all the time. Awesome. Is it great to have a home that's nice and well kept and you feel comfortable in? Perfect. All these things are good, right? But when we get too much of them, we have to be very careful, because they can start to separate us from God. We don't want to let any of these things become a priority over our relationship with God. And then there is the warning that as we want to serve and follow God, we need to be the ones who set the example. This is super important, that we set the example for the next generation. And our kids or our grandkids, the next generations, they won't, I'm not going to say, they're not, they won't be punished for our sins, and they won't be, they won't make it into heaven because we had a relationship with God. But whatever we do, how we develop a relationship with God, the patterns that we set forth, the ways we live, this impacts the next generation. That's what we have to think about. So the way we live, if we're living for Jesus right now, and we're putting him first in our lives, and we set that example, that is going to have a positive impact on our family. That's what God is saying. If we are faithful to serve him, it's going to impact our family in a positive way in the future. On the other side, if we fail to have that relationship with God, if we're just into all these other things that we talked about, like money, with, just say, for example, if money was the most important thing in my life and that's what I pursued, well, it might happen that my kids follow after that example, and that my grandkids, they get consumed with searching for money and they miss out on that relationship with God. So the things we set, the things we do today, the patterns we establish, they are going to have an impact on the future of our family, our friends, our neighbors, and maybe our country. So that's very, very important that here we are. We know what God wants us to do. We know that we are to be setting the example for the next generations. It's up to us. We got to look in the mirror and say, hey, what am I living for today? What is important to me? And is it Jesus? Is he number one? Is my relationship with God the first thing? Do people know about it? Do I not just say that? Do I really live it out? So these are important things. Again, all of these other things that we were talking about, the different parts of our lives, they can be good and valuable in moderation, right? We don't want them to become the top priority. If we're putting God first in everything, we're going to be, as again we talked about before, we're going to be better husbands or wives. We're going to be better grandparents. We're going to be better employees or neighbors, the different places that God places, and we're going to do them better because we want to do them to glorify God. So if we don't let these things become idols in our lives where they have that priority, they have control of us, it's going to really, really enhance our relationship with God because He's first, and then it's going to impact our families, the next generation, in a positive way. So really, really want you to remember that. We are setting, we're kind of making our future right now. And so we can have our future where, we're a part of God's kingdom, and prayerfully and by setting that example, hopefully that is the direction that God will move our families, and hopefully they will be blessed like we've been. And at the same time, if we're not serving God, if we're not seeking Him right now, there's a very good chance that the next generations, they're going to drift away from God. And I see that in the high school kids that we work with at church. They are coming to church, they're somewhat involved through high school, but then once they get they graduate, a lot of them drift away, and we don't see them again for a long time. And I hope and I pray that they've just found another church where they're connected, where they're getting involved. But it is one kind of disappointing thing to excuse me, to pour into the lives of the next generation, but then see them drift away. So all I can say is we can just do our best. So we can't say, well, it wasn't because I didn't set the example. It wasn't because I didn't do what God wanted me to. I tried my best. And then it's up to each group to have their own relationship with God. So they won't be punished for our sins or our failures, but at the same time, it might have some effect on them, right? Okay, that is it. Excuse me. I think everything held up here pretty good. I hope you enjoyed the Bible study. Really think about that. You can memorize these commandments. You can go on ahead and start reading the other ones. We're going to have 8 more weeks of commandments, and some of the teachings will get a little bit shorter, but Jesus spoke about a lot of these things, and they were important to Him, and they should be important to us. It gives us a good outline of how we should be living for God and for His kingdom, and the expectations that, I wouldn't really say expectations, but that God wants to impact our lives, but we have to make sure we are maintaining that relationship with Him, right? I apologize for coughing. I've been yakking so much, so that's kind of happening. Whoops. And let's see, we'll switch this over, and I think I am going to wrap it up. That is good. Thank you all for joining me today. I will see you on Thursday night. Oh, let's see. Can I come up with a question? Oh, well, even though we did, this will be our question, and this will be a contest, all right? Tell me your favorite ice cream or popsicle, but not here in the chat where we're chatting. I need it to be in the comments. So after I post this video, I'll ask a question in there, and I will give away a Stamps of Life gift certificate for $10. And just post your favorite ice cream or popsicle and add that to the comments. And then it'll be, I don't think we made 100 last time, but we'll shoot for 100. If we get over 100 comments, I will do a $20 Stamps of Life gift certificate. If we're under 100, it'll be $10, and I will announce the winner next week. So make sure if you have any friends or family members, have them find this video, add the comment into the comment section below the video. I will post the question here in just a few minutes. There will be some links to the items we talked about, and that'll be it. So thank you for joining me. Have a happy and wonderful Tuesday. We will see you Thursday night on Crafting Corner, okay? I hope God blesses all of you. Have a great and wonderful day. And let me see if I can get my act together here and sign out without... Ooh, I think that's not good. Let me see. Almost. Where am I? I lost myself. Oh, I want to say bye real quick. Nope, that's not going to go away. Oh, there I am. Okay, have a great day. See you soon. I haven't quite got the sign off down, but I hope you had fun today. God bless you all. Take care.